Imagine you open your phone and find there is no longer internet is available and sees outside to find that everyone is as shocked as you. This is not some ordinary problem. This may wipe out entire humanity from existence. Would this bankrupt Elon Musk or Bill Gates? Watch till the end to find out why. First of all, when internet suddenly disappeared, ordinary people can't notice until 3 hours, but NASA, ISRO, and other multinational companies would notice the entire internet breakdown, then first entire communication will be break down. Without the internet, staying in touch with people would become significantly harder. Instant messaging, video calls, and emails would vanish, leaving us to rely on letters and face-to-face conversations. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter would cease to exist, making it difficult to share information quickly. News would spread much slower, and many people would feel isolated, especially those who rely on online communities for connection. But humans have been known to communicate from far older than internet was ever discovered. So you think this may not be a big problem, right? Wrong. After all these years, communication using birds and letters may not be that much efficient compared to WhatsApp, Facebook, news channels, and other social media. So communication is still going to be a real issue to worry because you can't know weather reports, news, and other crucial information. But this is just the beginning. This is nothing compared to the economic fallout. One of the major losses to humanity is going to be fall of stock market and e-commerce, which relies entirely on the internet, would collapse overnight. Companies like Amazon, eBay, and countless small businesses would go out of business, leading to massive unemployment. Financial markets, which are heavily dependent on real-time data and online transactions, would face extreme loss or even bankrupt. Talking about banks, their payment systems would struggle to operate, causing widespread financial panic. This will significantly impact on our lifestyle and way of living, as we habituated to order foods and goods from online regularly. This sudden huge unemployment once happened in France 1931, where people used to wear plug cards saying, "willing to do any work," due to economic depression. Internet blackout is same but tens of hundreds of times bigger than what happened in France even. For students and workers, the impact would be immediate. Online education platforms would disappear, and millions of students would lose access to learning resources. Remote work, which has become essential, especially during recent years, would no longer be possible. Businesses that rely on cloud services, digital collaboration tools, and online meetings would face huge setbacks, forcing a return to traditional, often slower methods. And that's not all. What happens when we lose access to vital information, or worse, our sense of community? Socially, the disappearance of the internet would be a double-edged sword. On one hand, people might reconnect with their local communities, spending more time in face-to-face interactions. But for many, especially those who rely on online communities for support and connection, the loss would be devastating. Social media platforms, online forums, and digital support networks would vanish, leaving millions feeling isolated and alone. Mental health issues could skyrocket as people struggle to cope with the sudden loss of connection. An internet-free world means an information blackout. Without internet accessing digital libraries is impossible, so we lose 60% of total data in the world, or more likely 2 trillion terabytes. That is almost equal to the data stored in 1 billion supercomputers. But beyond the loss of knowledge, there's a more sinister consequence. Misinformation would spread like wildfire. Without the ability to fact-check or access real-time updates, people could be easily misled by rumors and false information. In times of crisis, this could lead to panic, violence, and a complete breakdown of social order. Now, if we talk Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos won't suffer loss as much as e-commerce because they have huge amount of private property. And the big one comes next. And power stations, water supply, and trading. Transporting everything rely on internet would stop working, so this might be the fall of government. Without basic goods and food, with 70% unemployment, I think people would go raiding the shops and starts illegal activities to protect their livelihood. Everything supermarkets, shops, companies, everything might be raided, and some might even take this as advantage and might start doing illegal activities like selling guns and provoking people. This case might be same as Terminators, as both the cases humanity almost goes to extinct, but here there might be a possibility that humans might survive with vivid social groups with the help of government helping people from poverty. But I don't think that's the case here. Or if we consider other realistic possibility, if internet suddenly disappeared, I think the governments of different countries might blame each other, considering it as some kind of terrorist attack. If my guess is right, this might start the Third World War where countries might use nuclear bombs. Hey, wait a minute. Dosain't auto-nuclear bombs require internet. Anyway, countries might use physical or traditional plane bombing, like used in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and this might restart the humanity or completely make a Earth a uninhabitable planet. But as you know, we don't like bad endings. So let's think that somehow humans survived with nothing left. So they have to start from beginning, and this radiation might cause humans mutate and trees and other living stuff. So what do you think? Subscribe and comment for part 2.